That's how he starts that song.
Yep. All right, here we go, guys. Thomas wants to talk about some bullshit, but here we are back again with the 38th or 39th episode of the greatest show on the
We're
planet.
approaching a year. We're approaching a year.
Approaching. Yeah, it's
It's not.
approaching a
I
little too fast, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that we have been doing this for a year. I've been slacking on the fucking what's it called? The shorts, and we haven't been putting enough effort into it to make it the greatest show on the planet. So I can't say it is the greatest show on the planet, but to
I
us it
can.
is. And so for anybody watching, for the
Oh. Oh. I did, though, today get a haircut. The beard lineup is looking weird on camera, though. This is unfortunate for Thomas. But yeah. You back?
all right, I am.
Yeah, you're back. No biggie. A little 20-second cutout. Um,
You can do a lot in 20 seconds. You can do a lot. You can do a
you can
lot
do a
in 20
lot.
seconds.
Most of the
True.
greatest
All
moments
right.
of my life were 20-second snippets. Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest here. All right, but I don't know if you said anything important, and I was frozen because I
No,
couldn't
not at
hear
all.
anything. But I just wanted to say thank you, Nor, for agreeing to do this pod with me. It's been awesome, and we're only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better,
Yeah,
and
you're
I hope we
welcome.
get more people to view. I hope we get more people to watch and learn something from us, and maybe laugh, maybe not.
Yeah, one thing
I
you
don't know.
shouldn't do is learn anything from me. Unless it's about women. But beyond
That's
that,
that's the one thing they shouldn't learn anything from
beyond
you
that,
about.
there's really not much you should learn from me other than you can learn what's funny. I can tell people
Pokemon
what's funny.
cards.
Oh, if you want to know about
Pokemon
Pokemon cards,
cards.
I got like out of a 1 out of 10 knowledge, I got actually that's a good low.
6,
No, I probably got like a
7.
4.
Oh,
I can name
4.
a lot of
Okay.
Pokemon. If we're talking about how many Pokemon I can name, probably like a 7. But that's funny.
A real
What
7?
topic do you think you're a 10 out of 10 in?
Women.
Okay, absolutely false.
No, I'm not. I'm not 10 out of 10 at women. Nobody's 10 out of
I'm
10.
not a 10 out of 10
I
on
think honest,
10.
that's yeah. Not even on myself. Yeah. But if I think about a topic that I'm the closest to a 10 out of 10 right now, sheesh, man. I don't know. My job, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
my job. I can't think of really. I mean, I was thinking like football, but it's like I'm very far from 10 out of 10 in
Yeah.
football.
You'd be placing more bets. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And so, yeah, I don't know. Music. I guess now I'm pretty caught on with music and like country artists. But I don't know. That's tough, man. Oh, okay, yeah. I think my greatest skill outside of my job is the stock market. I think I'm good at following the people that know what they're doing in the stock market, and I'm okay with saying, "Listen, I didn't find these companies out of nowhere. I just followed somebody that knows how to do it, and then I'm just doing it. I'm doing exactly what they're doing. But instead of just following their word, I'm doing my own research as well. And I'm seeing if this company fits what I think is a good company to invest in for the next 20 years. And so I think I'm good at picking great companies. Um, but it's not to say that it's my own recipe. It's not. But
Yeah,
I would
I'd
say
say
I'm a
I'm
seven.
pretty close. I'd say I'm like an 8 at like gaming. I'm like an 8 overall gamer because there's plenty of people. Most people, I'd even say, would shit on me in a lot of like shooting games. Mostly because I don't play them.
Yeah.
But in overall knowing how to play a game and interact with like UIs and stuff, I catch on pretty quick. I'd give myself a solid 8.
Yeah, I mean, same with me. I think in sports, I think I catch on to sports pretty quickly. I think I'm pretty good at most sports. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, you ever see somebody try to do something? Like, I'm trying to think with you, because for me, I can only really relate it to games. But you ever, like, see somebody try to, like, something we're both familiar with? Cornhole doesn't really work. But they just tried to do something where, like, the first time you did it, it just came almost naturally, where you're just like, yeah, you just do this thing. Like, the first time I threw a cornhole bag, I was probably, like, 13 or 14. And I was just like, okay, want the ball to go in the hole. It's definitely better for me
it's
to
not
put
a ball.
Sorry, bag. I misspoke.
Yeah,
My bad, bro. Like, you
It is your
you
bag.
knew you knew I didn't know.
It is
I
your
didn't
bag.
think it was a ball. Like, you knew I didn't.
Hey, it
I
is your
didn't
bad.
think-
It is your bad.
Yeah,
It is your
it is
bad.
my bad,
That's
and
all
you're just a
we
piece
got.
of
We
shit
got to
for-
leave it at that. We
Yeah,
just
but
leave it at that. We
it's
can
my
leave it
bad.
at that. It is your bad. It is
We
your bad.
will leave it
That's
at that as soon as I say my piece. It is my
Oh, you
bad.
don't gotta say your piece,
However,
bro.
the way you handled it, the way you confronted me about it,
Okay.
is your bad.
All
It's
right,
just not
fair
what
enough.
friends do.
All right.
But either way,
Okay.
so after a couple
Okay.
after a couple throws, I realized quickly, okay, I want this bag to be spinning in the air when it lands on the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, like, sometimes you see people and they'll just be like throwing it like it's a fucking cube, and you're just like, or just like anything like that. Or like when somebody's learning how to drive. Have you ever seen like a bad driver?
I've seen plenty of fucking bad drives.
Nothing bothers me
Let me
more
tell you.
than people that are bad
Than
with
a bad
directions. And one of my best
And
friends
Oh yeah, I know.
is the worst. Like, I'm telling him, like, yeah, no, you just take this street and then you take a left onto this street.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
And then you'll be like the two next stoplights. On the second stoplight, you take a right. And then he counts. He's like, 1. And then you can see he's going straight. And I'm like, no, right.
yeah.
And then
Or they're
you
trying to
go
tell
right.
you, they're like, oh, I'm here right now. I'm at like this bar. And I'm just like, oh, is that the one on this street and this street? And he's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. I just looked up the GPS. I'm like, you didn't see where you went though?
You can look on your fucking maps and see if you're on those 2 streets, motherfucker.
Dude, crazy to me. Like, I'll tell this guy,
Dude,
where
I think
live,
the problem.
where I live,
Yeah.
I told him, like, yeah, I live here and here. A place we've both lived for over 10 years in this area. He's just like, yeah, just send me your address. I'm like, okay.
Oblivious, bro. But that's just ignorant, bro. People are just ignorant. And like I think it is because like people will do something and they can't learn on their own. You know? Like me instantly, right? Let's say I play a game. Say I'm playing like Madden or like 2K or something. And I shoot and I'm missing. It's like, okay, I did something wrong. I have to not do the same exact thing. So I'll do something different. It's like, okay, that didn't work. I'll do something different. I'll keep doing something different until it works, right? But it's like some people will have to do it the same way 30 fucking times for them to be like, okay, this isn't working. It's like you should have realized that the first time, right?
And you almost, like, while you're growing up and, like, the people you surround yourself with, it's like they're typically, well, for me at least, they typically weren't like that. And then, like, I get into, like, I get into, like, the workforce and I start finding people like that. And I'm like, because, you know, there's a certain IQ that makes you retarded, right? Like a certain IQ level, like whether it's, I don't know what it is. But then there are people, there are people that are just like 5 points above that. And they're just undiagnosed walking around. Freelance. Giving out shitty ideas and shitty conversations. It's crazy. But people like that don't know how to learn and just like do stuff without like asking 100 questions. I call that college brain, dude. I know more people that went to college
100%.
and don't know how to fucking do something. Especially since I just never went and I just went straight to work. So people that we have gotten over the years, I'm just like, yeah, you're just college brain. You're just fucking dead in the brain.
Yeah.
You can't, like, if my boss tells me to do
And it's
something
so
I've
sad,
never done,
bro.
It's sad. It really is sad because they could be good people, but that aspect just fucking what?
But like you got to differentiate, right? Like I see a lot of people I work with in the workforce that I'm like, I can't stand you at work, bro. Like after work, it's like that's fine. Like you're cool people, right? We can go out and drink and have a good time. But at work, I wanna like I cannot be around you. I cannot be around because you make no sense. And like you see those people where it's like they're told five different things, right? But they're told them at the different times, right? So at the beginning of the day, they'll be like, okay, you need to do this. And so, okay, they'll go do that. They'll be like, hey, I need you to do this. So they'll stop that in the middle of it and do that. And then somebody else will come and be like, hey, I need you to do that. And he's the guy where it's like, yes, yes to everything. So he never gets anything done. He forgets where he left off on all five of the projects he started. And so they never fucking get done. And then next thing you know, 2 months later, they're like, hey, did you complete this? And he's like, yeah, I think so. Well, it was never updated on our tracker. He's like, oh shit, you know what? I remember now. I was doing that and then I fucking got caught up with something
And they
else.
think it's an excuse that they had to do something else. So here's the thing. I'm very much like that at work.
Bro, you have
Yeah.
to do one I do one thing, and if somebody is bugging me, I'm gonna be like, listen, I'll finish this and then I'll do that. But right as soon as I finish this, I will do that. No problem. But
Yeah.
I have to finish.
So I'll do that a lot at work where like I'll be doing something and my boss will be like, hey, yo, I need you to do this. And then I will stop what I'm doing and just go do that thing. But it's typically, and not to stroke my own dick, but it will typically be in a fashion where it's quick enough to where everything gets done within my workday. You know what I mean? Within
Yeah.
reasonable means.
But you know how big the task is,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you know
exactly.
it's a big enough task to where like if you stop, you'll forget or like
And
it
and the
might take you a
priority level
while.
of the task. Like cuz like sometimes it's
Exactly.
just like, no, I can't actually do that right now. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. There's priorities, right? Absolutely. But
But
if you
yeah.
give everything a priority and you try to prioritize everything, that doesn't work. It's the same thing with life. If we don't have a balance with everything in life, like and you prioritize everything, then you have no balance. You're just bouncing around.
Yeah. And it's
And
like
I see
what
so many people at work with that.
excuse me. But yeah, dealing with people that don't know how to like figure shit out is really difficult.
They don't know how to work. Like I can tell there's people that join the military straight out of college and they've done no straight out of high school and they've done nothing but the military. And they bitch about the military and I'm like, "Buddy, if you went outside and worked at like a regular job outside, like you wouldn't last 2 fucking days. Like and if you did, they'd probably fire you because of all the bitching you're doing, And cuz like you showed up late. Like here, like yes, there's a lot of consequences, but they're different consequences. Like you have your contract and you're not getting out. But
Unless
I
you
see
fuck
so
up
many people that
horribly, but
don't
yeah.
know. Yeah. And a lot of people, their defense, they're 18 years old. When I was 18 years old, I was a worse worker than I am right now. Right?
Yeah.
That's evident.
When I was
But
18,
I,
yeah,
I
you could
think,
have considered me fucking retarded.
yeah, but I think I was better than a lot of these people. Of
You
course,
would,
I'm
yeah,
biased, but I
yeah,
think,
right.
yeah.
I know. I always think that. I'm just like, there's just no way I was that lack of like common sense,
Dude,
right?
I know. And I'll think about certain like instances where I was pretty retarded. I'm like, okay, well, that time I was pretty retarded. And so I guess, there's been instances where I've done stupid shit in construction and shit like that. But yeah,
Yeah, man. That's what's kind of cool.
prioritize.
That's what's like kind of fun about like working jobs though. I mean, I've had like the same job forever, but it's like the people you'd meet that you wouldn't normally meet. Like that's always like it's sometimes a great
I
thing
know.
and sometimes like a bad thing, but overall it's like good because it's just like
Dude, I know.
man,
All right, bro. Dude, these past week, right? I've been thinking about, bro, I don't want to go to work anymore. Like, cause it just like these people put me in a bad mood sometimes, bro. Like, it's just like the way they just carry on their day and just I don't know. It pisses me off, and I'm like, these are never people I would hang out with. Like these. If it was up to me, I wouldn't talk to them at all. I think my day would be 10 times better if I never talked to them. But I have to, you know. And these people, like, dude, there's this girl, right? I'll tell you a little story. This girl was talking to this guy in my shop, one of my good friends, right? Now this girl hoed him, right? She did some hoe shit,
Oh,
right?
they were
If
like
she's
talking, like
watching,
they were like, okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. And she did some hoe shit. If you're watching, you did some hoe shit. All right. Anyways, and so then he's too nice, right? So he kind of sticks around, and I'm telling him the whole time, like, she doesn't really like you. She doesn't really like you. He thinks she's eventually going to. So then eventually she goes does something with another guy, and then she asked him. She said yeah, and then he's like, all right, I'm done. Okay. And that night I was with him, right? And so like he's like kind of like, damn, like I can't believe that this happened again. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then the next day she comes into work and she pretends everything is fine because she'll come into our shop a lot of times, right? So she'll come into our shop and just talk like everything's fine, you know.
Right.
And that whole week she's talking like everything's fine, like nothing fucking happened. And I'm like, first of all, you were never really my friend. The only reason you were my friend is because my buddy liked you. If my buddy didn't like you, I would have been a complete douchebag to you because
Right.
you have no like I have no interest in being your friend, no interest. But I was being nice because my buddy liked you. Now that my buddy doesn't like you, I don't know why you're chilling here with us. And she still comes in every fucking day, and so I get annoyed. And one time, like I snapped, and I'm like, "Yo, just like leave." And she's like, "Van, do you have a problem? Do you have a problem?" I'm like, "Listen, there's a lot of people here. I don't want to be mean, and you're gonna cry if I tell you what I really think. So it's better we just don't talk about it. But just quit bugging, like just quit bugging, you know." And that shit just like ain't that wrong, bro? I feel like
Yeah, no, no,
and
no.
she,
She,
mind you,
yeah.
she's 30 years old. She's 30 years old, but she acts like she's 20. She like when a problem happens, the next week she'll pretend it never happened, you know?
And never,
Like and
but never
it's not even
addresses it.
towards. Yeah, and that's not even like I'm not even the one that this happened to, but it bugs me, you know? I don't know, like maybe it's my fault. I don't know. I'm the one that's in the wrong. It
Yeah,
shouldn't even
no.
bug me, but it does.
It sounds like she hasn't had to take a lot of accountability in her life.
At all, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Dude, I remember one time I was telling her how she doesn't really work and she got like really upset. She was about to cry. I'm like, "I see you every day. You're chilling here half of the day. Like you don't really work." She's like, "How could you say that? People always say that because I'm a girl." I say that about a lot of guys. What do you mean? You're chilling in here half of the fucking day. What do you want me to do? I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
It's
you're on You're on like. There's cameras for sure. Like,
yeah,
if
right.
they looked into it, like, you can't get in trouble for telling the truth. You know what I mean?
And I don't. That's why it's hard sometimes to work with some females. Like I'm not saying everybody, but with females sometimes it's hard. Because like
I would take a dumb girl over a dumb guy.
why?
Just because dumb guys that don't realize they're dumb will. I mean, dumb girls will be like this too. But like a dumb guy that doesn't know he's dumb, but is still like, I feel like guys are typically more stubborn,
Mm,
and
that's fair.
like especially
I
about
don't
like
know.
their work. Like obviously,
I don't
like
know.
girls are incredibly stubborn, of course. But
They're a little bit more.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just something about them being a guy and just like, well, I'm a guy and I understand this. So why are you so fucking retarded? And
Yeah,
it's just
maybe that's why.
like, I don't know why, but
Maybe
it just
that's
bothers me more when like a guy is dumb versus like when a girl is dumb. And I feel like guys can often, like, girls will be like dumb over here, smart over here, right? And then but guys will be like dumb over here and then smart over here at the same level. There's like more range to the retardation when it
I
comes
get
to
it. I
men
get it. I get it. I get it.
versus women.
The thing that I think is like the reason I like men over women is because I can go and yell at you as a man. I can
Right.
be like, I can cuss at you and be like, stop fucking bitching and do your fucking job, you know? Or stop fucking complaining about everything else. I asked you to do something, fucking do it, you know? But if I use that same tone with a woman, she might start crying. Now, I'm not saying every girl. There's a lot of girls that are tough out there. There's a lot of girls that are tough out there. But I would probably change my tone because it's a woman. So I would be like, "Can you please do that?" It's like I don't know. If I'm being tough, I want to be tough. The equal. They want equal fucking rights. Then I got to be equal in the way I'm fucking explaining it to you, right?
Yeah. And but also with girls, like when you make like a girl like upset, like you're like you want to
You
go
feel
say
bad.
sorry because you feel really bad. But like when I make a guy upset, like I'm just like, does that
That
guy
guy's a
think I
push.
give a fuck that he's upset? like,
Dude, that's so true, bro. That's so true.
like,
It's like,
bro,
damn,
I
I made her
don't.
cry.
Yeah, it's like fuck. Like she's upset. She's gonna fucking hate herself and me for this. But like the guy, I'm just like, bro, you don't. I wish you could know how much I don't care. like that's what it really comes down to. Like
Man, the
man,
fuck up. That's what I was
if
saying.
only you knew how much I didn't care.
Oh, dude.
That's the thing. Like
Oh,
like
man.
people don't really care about guys, but we also do it to each other. it's
Yeah,
like.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's like it is
But
what
that's
it is. It's like you
but
think it's
that's what
gonna
happened.
get
Yeah,
think it's
it's
gonna
fine.
get easier from here, buddy. Like
Yeah, no, it's
we're literally every day that goes on inching closer and closer to death, and our life is gonna get harder and harder until then.
Dude, I know. Dude, the amount of times I've got yelled at work and I was like a kid and I'm like, damn, that was a little bit harsh. But then like at the time I'm like, he fucking pussy, I fucking don't and he never apologized. My boss never apologized to me for like yelling at me pretty harshly. And they would tell me, Tommy, are you fucking retarded? What the fuck are you doing? And because it would cost them a lot of money, and I would feel bad about it, but they can't do that to a woman. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, there are the exceptions. I'm not saying there aren't the exceptions, but I'm just saying, like, the majority of the women out there, like, you can't really do that. And that's where I don't know.
that's just
I know if I
nature.
was a boss, yeah, when I'm the boss and somebody fucks up, I'm gonna yell at them because that's how I think they learn. Like my grandpa did that, my bosses did that, and I learned from that. Like, and it builds character. And I think you need sometimes to yell. Not all the time, but sometimes you need to
Yeah,
yell.
it's almost like even a coach. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
want you don't want. If I was a coach, I wouldn't want the player that I would need to be like, okay, so this is what you did wrong, and this is why we can't do it again. Like, I want the player where I can be like, hey, you fucking retard, you did this, you were supposed to do this. Are you going to be able to fucking sleep tonight? Because you
Yeah,
shouldn't.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
you
And then just
fucking Weasley little piece of shit. fucking get
yeah, I
back on the
know.
field and do exactly what you're here for.
I know it's tough. It's tough, but like tough gets results. Tough gets results. So but I want to switch the topic a little bit, and I want to ask you if you know what's happening in Canada.
Here's what I know about Canada. Whatever parties they
Made. Do you know Made?
made? No. I know Minute Maid.
Okay,
In
look up
Canada,
Made for me. Look
okay.
up Canada Made program.
MADE. Oh, made.
MAID.
Oh, okay.
Look it up and just read it. And just tell me what you think. I don't even want to tell you what it is because you won't believe me.
In Canada, MAID stands for Medically Assisted Assistance in Dying. Okay. That sounds horrible. It's a legal process that allows eligible individuals with a grievous and irredeemable medical condition to request and receive assistance from a medical practitioner to end their lives. The program was initially for terminally ill Canadians, but has since expanded. Wow. Okay, but
And what they're about to approve in Canada is that what you're reading? Is that minors don't have to ask permission from their parents
no, I didn't read
to
that.
go do that.
I read one of the new conditions now. It's not just terminally ill.
It's
It's
mental health.
illness. Mental illness. So you're telling me I'm depressed and I want to die, and then you'll help me do it? what the fuck? Dude.
This isn't real. And now they're trying to pass a law that minors can go and seek this fucking treatment without the consent of their parents.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. That's the most outrageous. I mean, that's La La Land. You know, that's just like so out of this world insane. It's La La
But
Land.
it's happening, bro.
Yeah, but think
like,
about Canada.
Doesn't this concern you, bro?
I don't. Yeah, of course it concerns me. But like, think about what Canada has done. Canada during COVID, when people were trying to like drive trucks and like get food where it needed to go in the nation of Canada, they started locking up, jailing, and like closing bank accounts of truckers. And then people
Jordan Peterson talks about
people that donated to truckers, some of their bank accounts got frozen during that time. So
that's
Canada
crazy.
is already in La La Land. But then get this. So that political party that did that to them stopped food from getting to the right places and trucks, whatever like essential items around those trucks. That same party was reelected. They didn't go the other way. Canadians are fucking retarded. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like there's
want a donut, eh? Want a donut?
They're like, we got great Timmy Hortons, bro. It's like, yeah, shut the fuck up, gay boy. Cool maple leaf, buddy. Canada thought they were so cool when the whole country legalized weed. It's like, oh, great. Now a bunch of retards have marijuana. Cool story, bro.
A bunch of 19-year-olds from Michigan are coming over and gonna try to get some weed.
Michigan already had it. We didn't even need their shitty weed.
Well, but 19 is different.
I went there last year. Canadian weed is fucking mid, by the way.
Yeah, it depends. But so I think my buddy told me about this, and this guy that covers it, I can't remember who it is, but that's evil, man. And the thing is, like, yeah, it's Canada, but like the fact that something so outrageous is happening in another country with people, bro. Like, it's not like Canadians are like not people. Like, they're people, bro. Like, these are human beings that are doing this. Like, these are people that are like passing these laws. Like, how can you be a human being and pass this law, bro? Like, how can you have like a conscience and pass this law? Like, how are you not an absolute piece of shit, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? I just don't understand how somebody could do this. And how people are like, how it's going through, you know? How it's gonna go through. Like, how does it even go through that many? Like, yeah, for something to get passed, it has to go through so many fucking people. How does it go through?
Yeah, I wonder if that's something that's voted on or just like their Senate or whatever the fuck they got going on. But here's the thing. So I just don't know how it goes. I mean, it's a slippery slope, right? Because in America, it's illegal to medically assist a death. And even
should be. That's fucking
even for terminally ill, like hospice patients, like it's just a matter of time. Now, so I'm sure Canada started off there. It's just like this guy's dying in like 3 days, a week. Who knows? He's in a lot of pain constantly. There is nothing we can do to help him. His organs are all failing. He can die. I'm like, even that, I don't really like. Just let him go when he goes. Sure, he's in pain, but
and the thing is, like, even if we don't have a solution, God still exists.
Yeah.
Like, there's miracles happen daily. Yeah, and we don't see them.
Then it went from that to other illnesses. It's like, well, guys, but there's a chance, like, if they're not terminally ill, why are we killing people? This is just, it's like, oh, but they really want to die. They don't want to live like this. It's like okay. Like,
why not tell them not to do that? Why tell them to fucking?
And then it went from that to like illnesses. Like I'm assuming actual illnesses like cancer, fucking whatever. I don't know what would make you want to kill yourself because you got it. AIDS, maybe. I wouldn't mind blowing my own fucking cap off if I got AIDS or herpes, but
I mean, shit. If I got AIDS, then I mean, I would have shot myself before I found out.
Oh yeah,
I would have shot myself before I fucking
but then it
got
went to
AIDS,
mentally
bro.
ill. So people that we believe are not stable in the brain are telling us they want to die. and then we're letting them
The
set
fact
up
is,
appointments to die.
but mental illness, like my problem with mental illness is like almost all of it is self-diagnosed. Like I can tell you I have ADHD, and I can go to a doctor, tell them I have ADHD, they'll prescribe me Adderall. Like 9 out of 10 times.
I have
Like
trouble
it's extremely
focusing, and I
hard.
like to fidget. It's like, oh, sick, dude,
Yeah.
60 milligrams. Here, shove this up your ass. It's like,
And then all I have to do is like when I'm there, not stop shaking my leg, which I do that all the time anyways. And it's like, yeah, everybody has like different levels of ADHD, bipolar, and all this shit. But as soon as they give you medication for it, you're fucked for the rest of your life.
yeah.
And I
I
see
mean,
it. I
this
see it
entire
firsthand.
conversation, I've literally been playing with this thing.
Yeah.
I've just been
Me
opening
too. I've been
and-
playing with this thing. I've been playing with
I've
this
just
thing.
been opening and I've just been doing this whole time, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah,
Same thing.
I don't need a medication to stop doing that. It's just like when I need
Bro.
to focus, I'm just a grown up
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah, you just fucking focus, bro. You train your brain to fucking focus. That's it. It's like it's pretty simple, but people want the easy way out. And assisting people to death, bro. It's I'm 15 years old. I just did shrooms for the first time, and I don't know who I am anymore. I'm gonna go and fucking kill myself. And I got somebody that'll tell me it's okay. We'll help you.
Yeah.
Instead of telling you it's not okay, they'll tell you it's okay. We'll help you.
I mean, it's a damn shame.
Crazy. It's crazy.
And
crazy.
it's what the craziest part is. It's not like a country like China or fucking like some country that's like so far removed from like U.S. like culture. It's like it's
true.
Canada. It's like it's right there.
Right.
It's just like you drive around.
It's
Canada,
our state, bro.
If you close your eyes and just got plopped somewhere in Canada, you'd look around like I could be in the States right now. Like it's not.
It's one of our states, dude.
But they fucked up. They voted the wrong guy in the office. Well, unless it's corrupt over there. I didn't pay much attention.
It definitely is corrupt.
Yeah. I mean,
Jordan
there's corruption
Peterson talks
everywhere,
about
but
that.
I
That is
mean,
true.
I feel like the country would be
It is
in more of
corrupt.
an uprising if it was just like everybody was leaning one way, which they really should. But
Absolutely. 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 But yeah, I mean, if any Canadians are watching, then yeah,
and I'm
sorry.
pretty sure
I'm sorry.
that in Canada, once you become prime minister or president, there's no term. You're just the prime minister until you don't feel like being the prime minister anymore, or you die.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. So
like
I have
people are
two
up
more
there
top-
voting. People are like up there voting, and they're
know.
like voting for the next prime minister. And when you do that in Canada, you're voting for like your children's
whole
prime
lifetime.
minister, your grandkids' prime minister. Like people got to take that
Yeah,
shit
that's
seriously.
crazy. Yeah, you really do. But I have two more topics, right? But I truthfully only have time for one of them. So we'll talk about one of them, and then the other one we'll talk about in the pod. But I'll let you decide which one you want to talk about, right? So one of them is Theo Vaughn was talking about how one of his ex-girls had the same butt as her father. And so it was hard for him to fuck her because every time he fucked her, he would see like
So
her dad's butt.
Her dad had a fatty, and she also had.
But it wasn't. He said it wasn't really like because it was fat, but it was like the same like structure almost. It was weird, but okay, that's one.
Okay, that's one.
And the next topic is women and getting raped. Do they get too much attention or not enough?
I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot fucking pole. I'll tell you right now, buddy. Okay, well the second one I can knock out real quick. If somebody is 100% convicted of rape, kill him. Just put him under the jail, give him a needle, electrocute him, shoot him, do whatever the fuck, kill him. Somebody getting wrongly accused and their life getting ruined, that girl needs to go to jail. But we can move on from that. I assume that's what you mean by attention.
Rightly so. Yeah, I think rightly so.
But and the other one I feel like is pretty quick. I've just never really seen. Okay, so when I think of like a girl's ass, I'm thinking.
No, I'm not saying a girl's ass, but like when I'm asking you is like, has that ever happened to you? where a girl has had like a like distinct feature where it's like,
Oh,
this bothers me. Like, how did you not get that, bro? Like, that's
like, well, because you were talking to me about asses.
but that's
Got
not
ass
what.
on the brain.
Okay.
Okay, so like I saw her dad and I saw her.
Or and not even her dad, or like her, like in comparison to like a distinct feature where it's like, this bothers me because it reminds me of
Oh, of this
like I don't
thing.
even know. Yeah, like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Not bothered me enough to like not go through with what I was gonna do, or stop me, or like halt me, and really
Well, yeah, it
anything.
clearly didn't stop Theo Von, but he thought about it every single time he like did it. Like for example, like
I
this
remember
is
the first
tough.
time I saw it. Okay, this is the closest I can really get to it. The first time I saw
Okay.
pepperoni nipples on a girl, and I was just like thinking about pepperoni. I was just like, this is better done on the other side. Fucking flip that bitch over. But yeah, that's really the only time that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to expose myself by saying what uh what I'm thinking about right now. So yeah, don't say it. Yeah, maybe I
What?
don't say it. So there's two instances I can
Yeah, you
think
can't
of,
start it
right?
and
So
then do
one,
that.
okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, one, this one girl I talked to for a long time, her her coochie stank, like
Oh,
really,
oh no, no,
really
no, 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 no,
bad.
no, no. That's
So
okay.
if I wipe my ass and I smell the toilet paper, that's what.
That's fucking insane. I'd throw up. You know, I stopped. All
I
right, go ahead.
I kid you not. But like I would see her wash it, and I would almost be like, you washed that good, huh? You wash it. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's like, why are you asking? I'm like, no, 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 just yeah, make sure you wash it
She
good.
must have had
You
like a
gotta
yeast
wash it.
infection or something.
She definitely did. I mean, she definitely did.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I've
definitely
never
did.
had that. Thank goodness.
It smelled really bad.
But that's not really like
But
we're talking
now
about
it's
physical
almost
features.
weird. Yeah, I know. I do have a physical, but now it's weird because every time I smell it, like like how like sometimes like you
A
got
smell
something in
will
your
take you
ass and you kind
back.
of like you rub it, and then you never smell it. You never smell it.
Do I smell my own ass? No. Personally, no.
Never.
I'll scratch my
Not
nuts.
once.
I'll scratch my nuts and sniff that. Like recently, like when I was younger, like yeah.
I'm not saying recently, but I'm saying like sometimes like your ass is itchy, so like you'll itch it, and then you'll just
My ass is almost never itchy. I don't really know what to tell you. I can't.
okay. Then I guess you don't got an itchy ass. I do. I've done it plenty of times.
I mean,
I don't know
I'll
shit. I
scratch
don't
my
know.
nuts and then sniff that, but never my ass. I know what it smells like. It's my ass. It smells like shit.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, but it's a distinct smell.
Like,
It's your own shit. It's like
like,
your own shit smells 10 times better than anybody else's shit. We can
yeah,
agree on that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Um, we'll move past that then. So I guess I'm the weird one here, which is fine. Which is fine. I know I'm not alone here. I know I'm not
No,
alone.
you're definitely
Okay.
not alone, but like,
I'm
I mean,
definitely not alone.
why
I'm
are you
definitely not alone.
like
Well, cause I was just thinking about it. Cause every time I
scratching
do it
your
now,
scratching your own
I think
ass?
about. Well, every time I do it now, bro, I think about how her coochie smelled, bro. And so it's so weird to me. It's like that's my shit, But like I don't know, bro. It's
Yeah, no,
fucking
that girl
weird.
needs to get her shit checked the fuck out. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
absolutely.
That's absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, but you get used to it. But anyways, that's besides the point. So
You don't.
the other feature I had with this girl, which yeah, I'm gonna just say with this girl, is her nose, bro. Her nose, it's like it almost reminds me of like a male nose. Of like the nose that a guy has, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like fucking your nose. Stop looking at you.
Yeah,
It
this is one on
looks
one, baby.
sure. But it looks it's not even a huge nose, but it's like it just looks like a guy nose.
Mm.
And that bothers the fuck out of me. Bothered the fuck out of me. And so I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. And that's tough.
Yeah.
But that's that.
Stank pussy and a weird nose. That's it for Thomas. Well, actually, no. He worked through both of those things. So I don't. You can't stop this man. He is a man on a mission, and he gets the job done. But yeah. All right, that's really all I got. What about you?
Overcome your obstacles. Get the job done. That's it.
Nice.
Canada, you're fucked.
Yeah, fuck Canada. Or, yeah, Canada, you're fucked. But also, on the flip side of that
Fuck
coin,
Canada.
fuck Canada.
Fuck Canada. Yeah, absolutely.
Go Maple Leafs, though. Go Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's it for me. Have a blessed week, y'all. Appreciate it.
Have a
Like,
great
comment,
weekend.
subscribe.
Peace.
Peace.